Your person attached to this reading has kept on to life by bare hands, is what I'm hearing. You are also this deep fighter, a person who is loyal. You see, loyalty, your word, etc., those are things that nobody else can take from you. And those are the things that money can never buy. What I see right now is a person attached to you that had to restart. Had to restart. Life, a plan, a relationship, etc. did not go as expected. And it's not with you. It's with somebody else. I see a person that finally was like, you know what? I don't think I want to be in a relationship. Not for a long time. But then you came along. One eye gaze to each other, and it's like your souls always know each other. You came along, and you were like the first person in forever that truly stated, not even, it wasn't even in words. You could have, for some of you, you could have said these words. But for most of you here, your energy said, are you okay? Like your energy could feel that they were feeling maybe not lost, not hopeless, but just, you could feel their soul missing something, longing. And they internally actually could say yes, everything was okay when you were next to them. But internally, you could feel the exact difference. I'm about to sneeze. Maybe, ooh. Thank you. What I see right now is a breath of fresh air. It's spring right now. Things are blooming. This is a time of getting out into the world. You and this person have more to give each other than you could even realize. Both of your souls could feel a sense of, yes, we've known each other before. You talked about unconditional love. The way you talked about unconditional love could have been through talking about other people, examples. You didn't say the words to each other that I love you unconditionally. It's far, 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 far too soon in this 3D existence to say those things. But as you two have separated throughout your days, your weeks, your months, etc., take it as it resonates because these are collective. It's settled in more and more. I don't have to try at all to think about this person. In fact, I can still go through my daily tasks, keep my priorities straight, and this person be able to take up space in my room at the same time. They see there's something different about you. And your connection is something they have the courage to go forth with. You came in a time when they finally, what I'm hearing is it's like I finally got to the point where I was okay being alone. They did not expect to meet you, and you did not expect to meet them. It took you going out, literally being yourself. All of these cards are about defending your honor, achieving success by transcendence, transformation. This person sees how unique you are. And these are collective, so take what resonates. For some of you, you have known this person before, in this lifetime. You could have been friends of friends. This could have been somebody you went to school with. There's a coworker, somebody that you met in crossing. But needless to say, seeing your energy be birthed, be born, something in their fire of their own craft. What I mean by that is They're fire of their own craft. They absolutely have spiritual abilities. And to not feel crazy, to look deeper into that. Without doing anything, you make them see they're not alone. You see, the energy you're sending to them as we speak is tranquility. It's harmonious. It is loving. It is not attachment. It is unconditional acceptance. This person's contemplating a whole new future after meeting you. Maybe I don't have to be alone. Maybe my future is not going to look the way I thought it was. You are making them deal with their... You are putting them in a safe space to deal with their fears, worries, etc. head on. You see, we all have freedom of will, left path, right path choices. We are not destined to stay with people. We are destined to meet people. We are destined to experience energy. But in every single lifetime, left path, right path choices, freedom of will, etc. dictate if certain people, events, objects, everything stays in your life. You sign up for a human experience. You may not fully remember it, but there's something within you that's like, I know I was meant to experience everything here. But again, left path, right path choices dictate if people stay in your life. What I sense is you both have been those individuals in past relationships that did not give up. And you still didn't. You both let go of other people, situations, dynamics, etc. that no longer served. And it was dark work. It was shadow work. The only way to have experienced your light was going through all that dark. And even through all of that, loyalty is still of utmost importance. There is still something in you that said, I might, and this was back then, I might not feel unconditional love from ones around me right now, but I know I will find that one. I will know when I do, and I know when I find those people, etc. This is a team energy. Your friends, your family will coagulate. These are collective takes will resonate. So for some of you, there'll be some wiggle room in time, or some of you will be straight away. No matter what happens with that, it's about what you two bring to the table with each other. You both have a lot to teach each other. Just know that they already see you as a strong force, and your words are magnetizing for them. They can already daydream about you. Right now as we speak, they have analyzed. They could be going through some form of seeing and analyzing the tower that fell already and rising from the ashes. This card in my readings, the tower card, I have a thing I call the frenzy meeting for certain cards in tarot for me. Cards. A lot of times people will explain the tower being this very destructive thing. And this is my universal truth. I am not forcing this onto anybody, but I feel called to tell you about this thing I have titled to myself frenzy cards. There are certain cards in tarots that I know for myself, have a different meaning than what we were told to attach. This is because this is a tool. These are pieces of paper, plastic, whatever. We give them the power. The same thing I could do with this temperance card, I could do with this Spidey man. I can tell the universe, I'm going to put a bunch of totems out in front of me, right? This one's going to represent temperance. This one's going to represent the devil. This one's going to represent the lovers, etc. And it would do the same thing. So, with that being said, if you have certain cards, if there are certain things in your own readings where you're like, something about the universal truth, for me, it doesn't feel right, you got to listen to that. The reason that these work is because we give them power. I have decided, the universe, my soul, everything, and most readers have decided that this card, temperance, means balance, moderation, harmony. Harmonious interactions, moments. But if you are reading your cards for yourself and everything in your being is telling you this means something different, after you've learned and grasped the traditional meaning behind all the cards, you listen to that. So for me, my friend, The Tower is not a destruction card. It's a card of transformation. And when I pull the Tower in reverse, I see that as rising from the ashes. You are seeing something crumble down in front of you. And in that moment, you didn't know why. And you didn't know you were going to be you did know you were going to be promised. You did know you were being promised something more, but you didn't know how it was going to happen. And in that moment, you didn't see how things could turn for the better. This person attached to you has analyzed a tower moment that they saw crumbling down in front of them. And that feels like giving up on love. That feels like giving up on their realistic knight in shining armor or their realistic warrior, the one by their side. Because these are collective ticks that resonates. I channel for masculines and feminines. It doesn't matter your gender. What I see right here is a person who is like, you are everything I have ever looked for. I don't expect perfection out of you. But I see why everything had to tumble down before with this past person, this past dynamics. I see I was deserving of more, and it's not belittling whoever their past people were, their past person was. It's just the truth. They were destined to meet those people. They received their spiritual lessons, their downloads, they're grateful. But when you popped into their life, they had never felt this before. Even if they've been married to somebody, had children with somebody, was with somebody for more than 10 years, take it as it resonates, these are collective. What they felt for you, they have never experienced before. There is complete growth. There is complete way to nourish. I see two people that have so many priorities and can make each other a priority. I see two people who can join time for the most simplistic reasons, like getting a cup of tea or coffee, and then go to the extravagant, crazy night out, etc., and all in between. I see two people that are very accepting and loving individuals and think outside the box. I see two people who are deserving of each other. Let this flow. Let this grow. It's meaning more to the universe than you can even know. That's what I have for you today.